to be a part of DC Fandom.
Yes!
I'm super excited. This is going to be great.
Well, we're going to have some fun here. We're going to have some competition, which it's not fun unless there's somebody winning and somebody losing. And so I would like to have a couple of team leaders, and I think it only makes sense that we have the people in charge of the Suicide Squad, Viola Davis and Joel Kinnaman, as our team leaders.
Hey, team leaders!
Ooh.
And why don't you guys go ahead and let's pick teams.
Bloodsport.
Thanks, but thanks.
Definitely.
All right, I'll take my girl, Harley Quinn.
Yeah!
All right.
Yay!
I will take Savant.
Oh, good for you.
Wow.
What a bad mistake.
That is a bad pick. That is. And you guys have scenes together, too. I can't believe you made that mistake.
I gotta tell you, you just made a big mistake.
John Cena. I'll take John Cena.
I want to reassure you that is a horrible decision.
No, I already know that.
I'm going to take my boy, King Shark.
Okay, I will take my man, Boomer, Jai Courtney.
All right.
Ratcatcher.
Ratcatcher 2.
Two. I will take Flula Borg, the Javelin.
Yes. I guarantee we will lose. Yes.
I'm going to take Polka Dot Man.
Thank you.
Yes.
And now.
I'm gonna have to grab the weasel.
Oh, good man.
That's
Not on Rooker's team. Yeah, the ways of
Yes.
Is that everybody?
out of names.
What about makes me feel really bad.
Who's left?
There's only
So
one left.
sad.
It feels like high school again.
Did someone?
It totally feels like high school.
This is what it was
Yeah,
like
the
the
thinker,
basketball
Viola.
team.
Yeah, the thinker.
Great idea.
Viola picks the thinker.
Nathan
You guys are
Fillion,
losing already.
DJ.
Sol Soria.
El Presidente.
Okay.
What about Mongo?
You got picked by Joel.
Yeah, thank you, Joe.
Good idea.
Oh, that's fine.
Pete, this is sad.
Victory cigarette.
Oh man. Yeah. Okay. I was going to pick Blackguard. Okay.
That went well. I think that went really well.
And then let's start off. We're going to go head to head, and we're going to start off with the team captains. Let's do Joel and Viola. I'm gonna pick. This is a good question.
Okay.
I know both of you know so much about the lore of DC Comics. There's a multiple choice, so you don't have to look terrible. Out of all the squad members, who are the only characters to have had their own comic series? There's two of them, and I'm gonna list four options: A, Harley Quinn and King Shark; B, Harley Quinn and Amanda Waller; C, Harley Quinn and Peacemaker; or D, Harley Quinn and Boomerang. Which two have had their own series?
Harley Quinn and Boomerang.
Harley Quinn and Peacemaker.
Boom! Yes!
Yes.
That's correct!
Lord have mercy.
Wow!
Even look. Even I knew that. Okay.
Man, it'd be awesome if it was, though.
Polka Dot Man.
Polka Dot Man! Against
Go!
Mr. Sean Gunn.
Weasel versus Polka Dot Man. Old friends.
Oh,
I want a softball.
Oh, yeah, you have the special guest.
¿Qué tal, amigos? Hola. ¿Cómo están? How are you? I've got a question. What career military man probably wishes he'd never followed in his dad's footsteps?
Joaquin, the great Coachy Loco.
Rick Flag Jr.
I had Super Grover. Is Super Grover?
It's not Super Grover.
You're wrong, Sean.
Junior.
You're wrong.
Super great.
Wrong canon.
Points for creativity.
Now, there's no multiple choice. You just got to answer right away, and you have to have it be the right choice.
Okay.
Who has more tattoos, Harley Quinn or Pete Davidson?
Harley Quinn? No.
Pete, Margot gets another point.
I was thinking about his character. Oh.
How we were shooting.
This is a language. This is a misunderstanding.
That's always your answer when something goes wrong.
James.
Who's next?
The Bond.
Fillion, TDK.
What's the government's official code name for the Suicide Squad?
I thought it was the Suicide Squad.
No.
No.
The only thing I know.
Mei Ling's dying over there.
There's
Extremely.
Task Force X.
X.
Task Force
Task
X.
Force X.
I can't say that even if I knew the answer.
You said it.
Task Force X.
You say it
Jesus.
in the movie. Some of these are too easy. Hey, can we go to like one of our secret guest questions?
Hey guys, which team member would you sacrifice first?
There's a correct answer.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Is that what you said, Steve?
What I said.
What's the answer, Jen?
I would have to go with Savant because he's played by Michael Rooker, and if anyone here has ever had to spend a day working with Michael Rooker, I think they'd probably have the same answer.
You know what? People are always like that. They always want to get rid of the most dangerous one first. Yeah, I understand where this is coming from.
Morale.
All right, we're going to have Flula versus Elise. Oh, boy! Which character made his or her first full appearance in Superboy number 9 in 1994? A, Mongal. B, King Shark. C, Bloodsport. D, The Thinker.
May I ask a question, Mr. Gunn?
Oh, no. Yeah.
When you say full appearance, does this mean like everything was exposed? Is it?
The character was not fully exposed. No, the character had some items of clothing on.
Got it. Then I would answer King Sharky.
I was going to say B.
B, King Shark. How did you guys know that?
No. Oh, I said King Sharky. That's incorrect. So
okay, so it goes to Elise.
Yeah, sorry. Jeopardy rules, guys. Pronounce it right.
Like not even going to get.
Wait, he doesn't get that?
You can't just give away the point.
What? You can't give away your point, dude.
Why not? I give away snacks at lunch. Have my point.
Hey.
Is he even on your team?
Yeah, Flula's on my team.
No,
What are we doing right now? What's happening?
He's not.
You keep complaining.
He's not on our team? Oh, never mind.
You're on Viola's
Thank you.
team.
Wait, I'm not on Rooker's team?
No.
I thought you were on my team too. But no,
Oh.
you're not on my team.
Okay.
Wait. We have another special question. Why don't we do the last special question?
Hi guys, so now I have a serious question for you guys. I'm going to test your smarts. Who shot Superman? Was it J.R. Ewing, Peacemaker, Bloodsport, Amanda Waller? Let me know.
That is Storm Reed.
My daughter.
Which of your characters is in prison for shooting Superman?
Bloodsport.
Bloodsport.
That's correct. Bloodsport is in prison for shooting Superman.
With a Krypton bolt.
Storm Reed turns in an amazing performance in the film, and some of the most memorable scenes. Like really, she's like amazing in the movie. Really, truly.
What movie is that?
Oh my God.
Is there anybody left, Pete? Who's left?
Black Card.
Against two.
Flula.
Oh, great!
Oh,
Okay.
Flula!
Who will lose first, Pete?
What comic book series did the Suicide Squad debut in? A, The Brave and the Bold. B, The Bold and the Beautiful. C, The Bravest of the Bold. Or D, Time to Die Hard.
Yeah.
Brave and the Bold.
Pete, it's yours.
Pete, you did it!
Oh, wait.
Idris Elba, Bloodsport, versus Mei Ling, Mongal. Okay, question. Which character... Oh, this isn't fair. Oh, well. Question. Which character goes into the mission armed with the most weaponry?
Bloodsport.
Oh, isn't it polka?
Yeah.
Polka dots, the older the dots that can do bombs.
More of a condition.
Polka dot can do. Like, he's got hundreds of weapons on him.
Well, it's just one weapon. It's polka dots.
It's flag.
And it's really dramatic in the right places and very touching. It's great. And all of you guys, I mean, just down the line, it's just the greatest cast I've ever worked with by far. Just every single person is amazing. It's just a once in a lifetime thing for me. It was a blast to make, and it's just cutting together just completely fluidly. But honestly, I'm so grateful to all of you guys, except for Rooker. But I can cut around them pretty easily. So
he's looking at me every day on the cutting room floor. They don't even do that anymore, do they? It's all digital.
They made it digital for you, so we don't even have to look at you on the cutting room floor.
I just got to say, what an amazing experience it was. But out of you and all these guys, you know, the atmosphere on that set was so positive. Awesome. And such a warm, wonderful, supportive place to be. You know, not everybody has been in a big superhero movie, even if they've been Doctor Who or anything like that. So to walk onto a set like that can be quite intimidating. But the welcome that you and everybody here provided was just fantastic. So thank you and everybody here for that.
Leave it to the British guy to come in right at the end and say something beautiful that makes us all look stupid.
That's what I'm here for. That's why I'm called the thinker.
So the showdown champion, I believe, even though we haven't been keeping very good score, is Viola Davis's team.
Yes. Damn it!
So you guys, right now, I have a little something special in store for you, which we have you guys right now. And everybody out there in the DC Fandom universe are going to be the first to see a little behind-the-scenes action from the Suicide Squad.
I think it's going to surprise people.
You kind of sit there and go, how did they do that?
It's going to be different from any superhero movie ever made.
There's no one better in the world to direct the Suicide Squad than James Gunn.
I was excited with an opportunity to be able to do the Suicide Squad in the way it could be done from my point of view.
This one is completely unique. This is a gritty 1970s war movie combined with the brilliance of James Gunn's characters and comedy.
You need your director to set the vibe.
The Suicide Squad is just a twisted fantasy of characters.
Within each of our characters, there's a certain beauty. Within most of them. Some of them are just pretty crappy through and through.
Be like a douchey Captain America.
The guy who believes in peace at any cost, no matter how many people he needs to kill along the way.
Okay, I got it.
Don't ever settle back like you think you know where this is going, because you don't.
As soon as you have some sense about what's about to happen next, James comes in.
Everyone's exploding. Genitals, heads, arms, legs.
It's like a big, massive graphic novel brought to life.
This is by far the biggest movie I've ever made.
I don't think that you know what to expect.
Don't get too attached.
This has been truly the greatest, most exciting journey of my life making this film.
Cut. That was great. So that was it. What do you guys think of that new clip we just saw? Anyway, I can't wait for everybody to see The Suicide Squad in theaters all the way in August 6th, 2021. We're still working on it, but man, I am so excited for everybody to see it. And I am grateful for everyone out there in the DC universe who came and checked out and hung out with us for a little while and saw this train wreck that would have gone perfectly smoothly if not for Michael Booker. So, thank you guys.
Way to go, Viola and your team for the win! Ça va, DC Fandom? I'm Terry LTM, your French host, and I've got a big admiration for James Gunn and the cast. What a great teamwork! Now I'm even more excited for the Suicide Squad movie than before. How about you? Tweet us at #DC Fandom. And next, we have a very special DC fan guest with a question for Idris Elba. Gaël, mon fils, take it away.
Idris, you're a sport fan. What kind of training did you do for your role in the Suicide Squad?
Okay, so hi Gael, Idris. So yes, I am a sports fan. I am a fan of all sports, but I played basketball, football, cricket, hockey as a kid, and then as an adult I did kickboxing and a little bit of boxing. When I was training for this film, because there was a lot of work that we had to do, I basically didn't do a sport. I did a sort of general training package, which was more centered around my kickboxing training. So that's lots of circuits, lots of cardio work, a little bit of weight training to get those big muscles up, and yeah, essentially working on that particular film. The work rate was so high. We were training every day on the job. So that's me.
Turns out Gaël isn't the only tennis player who is a massive DC fan. Now let's check in with two other mega fans who, like us, share a mutual love for Wonder Woman. Tennis star Venus Williams and director Patty Jenkins.
Venus Williams, I'm so psyched that I get to meet you. It's amazing. It's so funny because here I am making Wonder Woman, and I'm constantly inspired by the different Wonder Women in the world, and you're like a quintessential one.
Thank you so much. It's so nice to meet you too. Congratulations. You look amazing. I love your style, but more than anything, I love your work.
Thank you.
To talk to you about it because I've got questions.
I know, me too. So I love the fact, it's very funny because now has come this time that I'm getting to make the Wonder Woman film, but there are so many people like both of us who grew up looking at Wonder Woman, and I don't think that people understood the significance of who she was in the world. So I would love to hear, I'm so interested that you were a Wonder Woman fan too, and what's your history? How did you get into her?
Yeah, so for me, I grew up on Linda Carter, Wonder Woman, right?
Oh, yeah.
She was beautiful and she could do anything and she saved the world. And that, for me, was my first introduction to Wonder Woman. And it was so iconic. And then after that, actually, I was more introduced to Linda Carter as Wonder Woman and then on to DC Comics. So actually, Wonder Woman was my first introduction into comics at all. And it really just started there.
If you had to create a superhero, what would you add to the party?
I gotta say, I was just talking to Jim Lee and we created a superhero named, ironically enough, I can't believe no one thought of this, Venus.
That's amazing.
So this superhero, she is antimatter and, the Monitor and the anti-Monitor. So she's somewhere in between and lives in the space between matter and antimatter. We just started talking and creating this character. So I think that's it.
I love the sound of that. And I also love, it's funny that we've had so few, there are plenty of great female superheroes, but so few of them have risen to a huge amount of focus. And I like that adds this whole other thing to the party, like many other the male superheroes have branched out to all of these different dimensions. That's a great one to bring forward.
I think so. And I think in my head, to me, there's good and bad in her. So she's trying to always stay towards the good, but she has tendencies.
It's been interesting kind of modeling power and grace and beauty yourself. Like, how has been taking on that role yourself in this world been?
I really just try to be my best.
Yeah.
Be who I am, and most of all, I want to be proud of who I am and what I do when I look back, and not cringe and say, "My God, did I do and say that?" That's not the memory I want.
Yeah.
I want to look back and be proud of how I've handled all of my moments, and in doing that, it's motivating to others, and you never know what's going to be motivating to someone else. And there's so many things that have motivated me that other people have done. They never even knew that they touched my life. And so just by the simple act of being positive, allowing the wins and the losses and the tough spots to just roll off of you, you never know who's watching, who you inspire. And quite obviously, Wonder Woman does inspire lots of women in that sense.
Yeah, and you do too, and that's another thing is like, what I like is Wonder Woman always surprised me, you know? She always surprises me by not having to be showy about her power, and not having to be belittling, or not having to be all these things that we sort of saw power meaning. You're kind of defying all of these things now as an entrepreneur, because we all knew of you as a great tennis player, but then you've turned around and like started this amazing clothing line.
Yeah, there really is no limit. And with my activewear brand 11 by Venus, that is honestly the value of it, is that you're going past the 10. You don't set a limit.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, that's what it's about. Being well, being positive, all those things help you to get past your limits. So you do have to take care of yourself so you can get there. And we always say better, not best. So best is a moment. I won Wimbledon at some point, but then maybe I didn't win the next year and someone else was the best at that moment. But if you're always going for better, then you're constantly transcending that moment best.
That's really cool. I love 11. I got a chance to sneak peek your Wonder Woman inspired line, which is so awesome. And here's what I like about it so much. And it's funny because it doesn't surprise me that it came from you at all. When I first came to the Wonder Woman brand, people either wanted to go too hard or too soft. It was like, is she masculine or is she feminine? And it was an interesting thing that it was when a bunch of women showed up that we were kind of like, no, it can be both. So I love that you as a designer are, of course, like speaking my language of like, oh, that's got such edge and awesomeness to us, but to everybody, but it's not leaning, it's not about being a woman or a man.
I agree with you. Women are powerful and men are powerful too. So you don't have to try to be either or.
Yeah.
We all have an innate power in ourselves.
So how did you approach the line?
I really wanted to do something that really represented Wonder Woman, but in a less traditional sense.
Yeah.
So it's away from the red, white, and blues, but focused on the stars. And especially with, of course, Linda Carter, I'm inspired by that. And I have to say, every time I design an outfit for the Olympics, it's designed after Wonder Woman. So I have like this inspiration behind it. And every 4 years, this outfit that I wear is inspired by Wonder Woman. But this time I wanted to stick with the symbolism of her and not necessarily that color palette. So that's how